Hi, what is up guys? JaretCampisi with the beautiful Christina K. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're actually going to be taking our full carbon BMW M1000RR over to InShane Designs to get the decal work started. It's about 40 some degrees right now. It's in the middle of winter in central Pennsylvania, so it's pretty cold. It's not going to be a fun ride for me, but Dado said he wanted to join, so we're heading over to Dado's house. The bike's there anyway. I think he's going to join on his R1, which I might ride first. My GoPro that I normally use, which is the Hero 4, that has the Bluetooth audio backpack on it that allows me to get intercom audio, wasn't working. So I have my Hero 8, which is better quality, but you won't be able to get Dado's voice on the actual riding footage. But we're going to do a whole like final ride and everything like once the bike's all done, if we're able to. I don't even know what's going to happen with the weather. But we're going to head over to Dado's and let's get this video started. Alright, so before we head out, I was going to swap over. I ordered a bunch of stickers that were supposedly heat resistant, but if you check the back, it doesn't have that silver part on, Dado said, so it's just, I think, regular vinyl. This is a blue one that I got, Aquapovic. We can't use these. I did order a second one, which is this one over here that Dado's cutting. So it's a little bit smaller, but this one does have a heat resistant backing, so the other ones would just literally
Do you need bigger scissors, Dado?
I know. These are the stickers she always uses.
For his big sausage fingers.
Are you doing that just so you know where it's gonna go on the bike?
Yeah, so I'm gonna put a piece of tape to like
Make it straight.
to line
Make it
up
straight?
so it's not
Okay.
all wobbly eye.
So the bike's all ready to go.
Angled with the exhaust tip.
Yeah, Dado already went over the whole bike, checked all the bolts and everything, but we still haven't ridden this bike. So I'm gonna let him start off on the bike. I mean, dude, everything's been swapped. New gas tank, new exhaust, new chain and sprocket, new brake system,
New subframe, new wheels.
Yeah, I mean, so we need to be really careful on this ride. To get over there, it needs gas. It has no gas at all. So I'm gonna let Dado start off on it, and then once we stop and get some gas, I'll swap over and hop on this, and then give you guys some on-bike feedback. And then we'll get it over to Shane's, and we'll talk about what we're gonna do with the design and the decals and all that. Well, actually, I don't even know how they're gonna do it. So I have the photos and everything, which I'll show you guys. Cleaning the surface up, and then we'll put the sticker on. All right, so Dado lined up a piece of tape because the exhaust tapers down, and also the sticker is
Angled.
See how it's metallic?
So that's the heat resistant part right there. If you guys ever put on stickers, because people were telling me they had stickers that burnt off their exhaust, that's why. If it's not heat resistant.
That good right there?
Give one shot.
Nice. People, I think this actually works out because people are saying since the front calipers were red,
Now it's gonna tie it
red
in.
sticker.
Yeah.
And then look at that. That's dope. I actually like the smaller sticker on it. You know?
Yeah, because the stubby exhaust.
Yeah. That's badass.
Yeah, red there and red here. Looks good.
All right, so I guess next thing is
Time to ride.
push these things out, start them up, and make sure we don't die.
And freeze.
All right, got the bikes outside. I'm actually going to be starting off on Dado's bike, but before that, let's start this puppy up and make sure it works. Dado's in my intercom now. You guys won't be able to hear him, but if he says anything that bears repeating, I'll go ahead and repeat it. So here we go. I don't think we need to be in race mode, so let's go ahead and just put it in road. It says low fuel, that's fine. We should have plenty. There we go. So we're gonna let this thing warm up a little bit. God, it is an absolutely beautiful bike. And this is gonna be the first ride on this thing with all of these modifications. And then this will be the last time you guys are seeing it without the custom decals. So we'll let it warm up. Both bikes are warming up, and then Dado's gonna hop on this thing and we'll see how he looks. All right, we're on the bikes. I think it dropped into the 30s now. I think Dado said thought he saw some flurries a little bit right before we left. So it is really cold. Both these bikes need gas. We have no idea how much gas is in them. And then he just filled up the tires with proper tire pressure. The road's freezing cold, so we're gonna be taking it very easy. And then Dado's basically riding and testing everything out on that bike. But I will say, we're talking to each other on intercom. The bike looks absolutely incredible moving down the road, dude. Holy crap. and I am absolutely frozen already. And we've got at least a, what, half an hour ride probably, Dotto? Something like that? Oh man, it's gonna be freezing. But the one good thing about me having the GoPro Hero 8, the audio should be really good, and the picture quality, because I usually use my GoPro Hero 4. So at least you guys will hopefully hear some good noises. But yeah, I want to get to the gas station and get some gas in these bikes. There it is. I figure I'll try and get some footage of Dotto while he's on the bike, since we can't hear him. How does it feel so far, Dotto? Super light, he said. That's probably going to be one of the lightest bikes we've ever done, honestly. Sounds so good. So he's trying to bed the brakes in right now. But the front brakes, once they get bedded in and everything, they should be really, really nice. I love the cracks and pops, man. That's so dope. Dude, you look so good on that thing. Imagine it's been like, what, 5 months in the works on this bike? $80,000 to get it to where it is now. Woo! Don't forget, guys, you can be entered to win this bike. Patreon.com/Campisi Customs. It's always the first link in the description below. And a huge shout out to Moto Million for sponsoring this build and getting us all these incredible parts. All right, first time putting gas in our full carbon gas tank. Hopefully it doesn't leak, huh? Here, put that guy back on there. So that should have been 2.3 gallons, roughly. Let's start this up. That should go away. Let's see here. Still says 21 miles. We need to probably give it a minute, because remember, we took this whole sensor out. The gas sensor, fuel sensor, I should say. But Dotto went over the whole bike, and he said everything looks good so far. So that's really good. Hopefully this fixes it. We'll see what happens. All right, this is my first time riding our full carbon M1000RR, and as soon as I got on it and put it in gear, the gas fuel gauge immediately engaged, and we've got basically 3/4 of a tank, or a little bit more. So that's really good. Dotto, did you have the heated grips on? I'm putting them on, baby. People were asking why I didn't swap the grips. It's because they're heated, and if you swap them, that functionality goes away. And for living in Pennsylvania, heated grips is a great thing. Honestly, for anywhere you live. Whoa, you're right, Dotto. This just leans right over. Holy crap! It feels so light. I do not need cruise control on. Dude, holy lord. I've ridden some light bikes in my day, but my god. Oh my gosh, dude. That's crazy. I would say that's the easiest back and forth on a motorcycle I've ever felt in my life. That is nuts. I don't need these mirrors. I don't ride with mirrors. Just go ahead and turn those down. But I got my heated grips on. I wish it said what the temperature was out here, because it is freaking cold. See if I can get some cracks and burbles, which I'm not getting right now. There we go. I'm gonna get over. There they are. All right, so I noticed the brakes definitely need bedded in, because when I'm squeezing them, not much is happening. I'm gonna use my brakes, Dotto. I'm gonna use the brakes, I'm just letting you know. Oh, actually, no, they're pretty good. Yeah. The front has a more progressive feel though. Like you can tell, like every little bit more you squeeze, they bite down just a little bit more, you know? I actually, the RCS, I get that from the Brembo Master RCS, the 17 and the 19 Corsa Corta. I think that's what they're really known for, is that progressive feel where I have a little bit of bite, or if I want a lot of bite, then you just keep squeezing, which is really nice. That's why it's crackling. It's that Acra sticker. Ooh! Well, nothing's gonna crackle like the Urus. Our popcorn maker. Uh-huh. Yeah. Quick shifter is good. Honestly, everything feels really good, man. I always get like, I was having trouble sleeping last night. Just because, like you said, we took so much of this bike apart, and I just worry about anything happening. I mean, we've had it happen in the past. Remember, we had one bike catch on fire. We told you guys about that. We've had a bike that chewed the coolant hose open on the dyno and poured fucking coolant all over everything. So, I mean, when you take apart that much stuff and you're using aftermarket parts, I mean, it's very easy for something to just not be installed just perfectly, and then little things go wrong. So that's why we want to try and put miles on these bikes before we give them away to the new owners, because if something goes wrong, I want it to happen when one of us is on it and not the new owner. So it's good to get out and get some miles on this thing. I'm gonna actually try and get this bike down to Miami once we get the next build bike and ride it down there too with Manny and stuff, because I really want to put some miles on it before we give it away because of how much we've done to it. But so far everything feels phenomenal, which is a testament to Dado's work ethic. We're used to that from Dado. He's so meticulous with how he does everything, and that's one of the reasons why we love working with him. As he goes by shooting flames. I love it. All right, since it's warmed up now. So Dado was just saying, looks wise, is that what you were saying, Dado? Overall, like looks and everything? Wow, so he said overall, with this bike so far, with the little that he's ridden it, but looking at it and everything about it, he said he might take this over the carbon Panigale. I don't know. Dude, I told you. So when I went and rode with 650, I rode his M1000RR and I rode his V4R, and I actually said the same thing, Dado. I said I would take the M1000RR over the Panigale for a daily bike. Yeah, because it just has all the creature comforts, cruise control, the heated grips, which are saving my hands right now, and it's just easy to ride. And the M motor is a different motor than the S1000RR, and it does have a bit more character, more crackles. It feels lighter and more playful, and it even has a kind of a different sound to it too, which makes it a bit more special. Listen to that thing, dude. So yeah, I don't know. It would be a tough choice for me between this and a full carbon Panigale, like an SP or a V4R or something like that. To be honest, the V4R has such crazy service intervals. I would take this over it because it doesn't. These are still normal service intervals for this engine. But man, this thing, it seems like everything's working properly, which makes me very happy. But dude, that Dado right there, that's absolute, it feels like a pedal bike, like a bicycle. That's what it feels like I'm just pedaling along, you know. It's still too high, even after the inch it's been lowered. Yeah, it's a high bike. Dude, I love the reservoir, all the little titanium bolts. Like, this is a special machine, man. I'm really stoked about this. Let's see if I can give you guys a little we're children. Dado's like, my hands are freezing. I was like, yeah, mine are sweating from these heated grips. Oh, here, take my extra pair of gloves. Oh god. All right, well, after a nice chilly ride, we're pulling up to Inshane Designs right now. If you guys don't know Inshane Designs, they do like car wraps, they do giveaways, merchandise, all kinds of different stuff. We came to their open house earlier. They work with Street Speed, and they actually wrapped our Urus. So we worked with them on a ton of different things. So we're going to be in good hands. I'm going to be meeting up with Dan, who is the designer here, and I'm not sure where I should even put this thing. Yeah, so let's just put him over here. This is probably good. This thing looks so badass. All right, let's go inside and say hi.
It's Jaret bringing in the bike. How are those heated grips for you? Did they save you?
Yeah, they're on his full blast.
Unfortunately, Dado didn't have any on
I need to turn that off.
R1.
Yeah, and the gas gauge is working, so that's
Oh, good.
Yeah. All right, so this is Dan. He's one of the designers here, head designers here at InShane Designs. He printed out some color swaths so we can kind of get some sort of idea. So they're probably going to look really similar on camera. Looks like one's pretty much lighter and one's darker. Is that kind of what's going on?
Pretty much, yeah.
So we'll probably either one of these is going to work. I kind of like the lighter one, but what do you guys think? Dada, color-wise and teens?
It's real subtle.
Yeah. Do you even care?
I mean, oh, I don't know.
I like this red, this blue, and this blue.
Yeah. So you like? Okay, so
Like
half
this,
and half.
like this.
Yeah. That's easy enough. And
Yeah,
then
I like that blue.
I was gonna say, like, can you tell us a little bit of the process that you go through? Because I'm gonna be giving him photos.
Yeah, so I'll be going off of like the photos you give for, you know, overall like layout and everything.
Yep.
Pretty much, I'll probably be taking either vinyl or like a pre-mass tape and applying it in certain areas, kind of laying it out by hand
And seeing where it's gonna stick
sort of
and
drawing it out.
Oh,
and
okay,
then
cool.
Actually create the cut file in
like the
vector
palette
format.
or the
Yeah,
like the actual, what's it called?
Yeah,
Is
so
that what's
I would
called a
just,
cut
like, lay
file?
it down and then like actually trace it, pull it back off, and then create the file in Illustrator.
Okay.
Then make the cut file so everything's perfect and precise.
And then you guys
match
print it
up.
all. You print it all here.
Yep, it's all
That's so
printed,
cool.
laminated, and then cut in-house.
That's so dope. So, and people were asking me why I didn't do paint over vinyl for this. Since it was such a small amount of color on the bike, I didn't think that it was really warranted to have to take the whole bike back apart and send it in for paint and all that. Whereas for decals, it's like little stickers, little decals that they can put on there.
Yeah.
And then honestly, even if somebody gets this bike and they didn't want it to have that color scheme, technically they could peel it off, right?
Yep.
But it's still going to be durable where it's not going to come off or
absolutely.
anything like that. Yeah. So that's a little bit of the process. And what I think we're going to do is we're going to let him do his thing, and then whenever it's done, I'm just going to come back and we're going to film a whole reveal and everything like that. So I'm really excited. So it's in your hands, Dan.
Awesome.
I appreciate it. Thank you, brother. So yeah, this is actually your last time seeing the bike in the full raw carbon. So get a good look at it, guys. People said they didn't want us doing full carbon anymore, so we're gonna start doing color, and the next bike that we're gonna do is gonna be absolutely insane. It's gonna be a whole custom paint scheme, so we're gonna talk about that more in the future. All right, so that's good. Bike is dropped off. They're gonna be working on it all week, and probably early next week, we will pick it up and do the reveal with the full decals on the carbon. Bike also feels good. Had no issues at all. That makes me very, very happy. And that's it. So we're just gonna head to the gym now and do some other behind the scenes stuff that I don't think you guys would be interested in. So I think this is a good place to leave it. Again, if you want to enter to win that bike, patreon.com/Campisi Custom is always the first link in the description below. Huge shout out to Manny from Moto Million for sponsoring that build, getting us all the parts that we put on that bike. Make sure you check it out if you're interested in parts for your bike, and use my code Campisi to save yourself some money. If you guys are interested, if you guys are excited for the decals, let me know in the comment section below. Stay tuned. We're gonna be going bike shopping next for the next video, looking for the next bike, which I already have a very good idea what I want to do, and I think that's it.
Wish Jaret a happy birthday!
Oh yeah, it's my birthday.
Yeah,
February
woohoo!
7th. Guess how old I am in the comment section below. Don't cheat either.
Why are you pointing at me?
Because I thought you were gonna say.
I was gonna say 50, but
Also, don't cheat on me. That's what I was mainly pointing at her for. I'm just kidding. So that's it. I love you guys. Subscribe for more.
birthday boy!
And we'll see you in the next one. Peace.